Duremski with it. Against Miami, he was really on his game. To the middle, it's going by Ibaka. Pass to Jackson. Outside, George. And a miss there on the triple. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Heat in FTX Arena. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Nice to see Williamson spot the open man. He has awareness and ability as a passer.
And George, here we go. And then George with the jam.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Passes it to Valanciunas. And it's blocked. Outside, George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Steve, we know about Paul George, a fantastic outside shooter. He's been an elite three-point artist for some time.
Paul George can get a shot up over most defenders. That's why Kevin has a career three-point percentage that's creeping towards 40%, and he seems to be getting better with age.
And he knocks down the first one.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And George drops them both. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Floats it up for Williamson. Tipped away.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Here's Sadaransky. Paul George making his last shot. New Orleans moving the ball around, and it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
It's the kind of season series that can really make a difference in the standings if one team ends up dominating the other.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Clippers. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance. And, of course, there's the Pelicans, a half game back.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Here's Sadaransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And it's sent back by George. At the elbow, Batum. That shot off. Good D by Williamson. They could use a bucket. And it's sent back by George. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And here is Sadaransky. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Hart, just 5 to shoot. Launches it. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ibaka, the pass to Batum. Good D by Williamson.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Ibaka against Sadaransky. Here's Williamson. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
They were extremely lucky. I think they took their opponent for granted a little, and it nearly cost them.
Now, here's Hart. After the miss from Reggie Jackson. Over Jackson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Now, Sadaransky. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. The 17-footer. Jackson, that's good. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Clippers.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. For teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge.
Sure can. And just getting on the same page takes some time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will help you do that.
New Orleans making a switch here. Graham's checked in. And how about we check the numbers for Marcus Morris?
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Graham surveying the floor. Valanciunas in the high post, working on Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hart. Sinks the triple.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
There's the pass to Batum. Outside Jackson. Back to George. Here's Ibaka. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka earlier in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Puts it up for Williamson. Graham finds Williamson. That one drops for him.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
The dish to Jackson. It's George on the wing. Batum trying to break loose. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. George has got his 3rd basket of the night. Now here's Graham. He's guarded closely. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
A moment to check out Zion Williamson. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging around 35 a clip, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
And the basket is good. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now Graham, he's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Williamson. Here's Hart. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
George against Graham. The shot by George, no good. And so Graham will bring it up for New Orleans. 8-point game. And Greg with Devontae Graham, you know he's going to shoot it. He has no hesitation letting it fly.
I mean, he's a solid 3-point shooter who believes he can make any shot. About 2/3 of his shots all come from outside, so you know exactly what you're getting with him.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
Pass to Williamson. Williamson double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Kicks it to Graham. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
They don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
From deep, George, and the three ball is good. George has got 13.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Passes it to Williamson. Now, Hart. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Feeds it to Williamson. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Williamson's got his second bucket of the game to go. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
So both teams making some changes here. Bledsoe against Graham. Bledsoe kicks to Ibaka. Count it. Ibaka's got 6 points.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now, here is Murphy. A 14-point game for him in the win against Miami. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And what a value Garrett Temple can be. A smart veteran, Steve, who eats up minutes.
You know, I was surprised more teams didn't go after Temple in free agency. He has always been a nice contributor, a player coaches love to have on the roster.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Clippers.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Temple. Clippers leading by 7. Now here's Bledsoe. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Kennard on the wing. Count that one.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
Bledsoe against Graham. Pass to Hernan Gomez. There's 1:54 left to play in the first. And Hayes throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now here's Bledsoe. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He kicks it to Winslow. 5 on the clock. Fires it up. Rebounded by Temple.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Hayes finds Temple. 1:06 left to play here in the first. The layup missed. Clippers leading by 7. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Unselfish basketball by Winslow. Always focus on the team's offensive success.
And he drives in. Temple the pass to Hernan Gomez. Fades back. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And definitely a feel-good kind of win, but I'm sure their coach might say they cut it a little bit too close.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Bledsoe outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Zubac. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Winslow.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
Clippers leading by 11. Jackson Hayes is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then it's Garrett Temple. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Murphy in at the small forward spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. But they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Now here's Winslow. He gets that one. And the Clippers lead by 16.
With Winslow, physical play doesn't necessarily take him out of his rhythm.
Temple dishes to Graham. The putback. It's hauled in by Zubac for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. There's Winslow, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And we've heard some talk, Greg, about the possibility of NBA expansion. What do you think about that?
Kevin, I think it would be great for the league. I mean, I played in Seattle for a season, and I know they would love to have a team back in the great Northwest.
That free throw, no good.
I love the energy and effort Winslow brings to the court. If he continues to play hard, I think he'll be around for a long time.
ends up missing both free throws. Pelicans trailed by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Good timing by Justice Winslow with the long arm to get a hand on that shot.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Temple. And there's the pass to Graham. The shot, no good. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Pass to Zubac. Back to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zubac.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Now here's Graham. He had 13 points in the win against Miami.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Bledsoe with it. Covered by Hayes. Bledsoe passes to Kennard. Back to Bledsoe. Zubac kicks to Winslow. The shot, no good. Pelicans trailed by 18. Here's Temple. Shot to stop the run. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Satoransky comes in for Devontae Graham. And then for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Hartenstein. Mann subbed in for Justice Winslow. And both free throws good for Temple. Los Angeles leading by 16. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Luke Kennard signing a 4-year deal at the end of 2020. Steve, this team feels he can be a big part of their future.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised at the size of the contract, Kevin, but it shows how much the three-pointer is valued in the NBA. The Clippers saw he provides a much-needed aspect.
First one falls for him.
The sharpshooter Kennard is valuable, a guy who stretches the floor and works very hard.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And he makes both free throws. Pelicans trailed by 18. Alexander Walker passes to Williamson. Going inside, blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And that's now 6 points for Zion Williamson. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Mann, guarded by Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. Ibaka, an easy 2 points on the layup. Ibaka's got 8 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Hey, right here.
Satoransky against Jackson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Trying to defend Kennard, you know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
The first free throw is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
He hits both from the stripe. Pelicans trail by 20. Here's Alexander Walker. He's a good contributor to his team effort.
Oh, no, he didn't. With the reputation of a highlight reel dunker, Zion's always ready to put on a show.
Pass to man. Kennard on the wing. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Jackson with it. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Clock at 6. And there's the drive and the dunk by Jackson.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Satoransky gets the bucket. Satoransky's got his first points of the game. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Pass to man. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ibaka. That one goes in. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Satoransky, the pass to Valanciunas. Down low. And there's Williamson on the assist from Valanciunas. Williamson's got 10 points.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, Serge Ibaka, not the player he used to be, but he still has great touch on his shot. Doesn't have that same explosive step, but he's still good.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he makes the first.
And when he was younger, Ibaka was one of the more athletic players in our league.
Totally agree, and we have to give credit to Ibaka for adjusting his game. He's changed how he's played as he's lost a little burst. It's allowed him, though, to be a great contributor late in his career.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard.
Serge Ibaka has gone through a lot of roles since he's entered the league. Now pretty much a shot-blocking stretch 4.
Here's Satoransky, and it's sent back by George.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson with it. George picks him up, and it's sent back by George. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. George against Satoransky. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George.
I like Satoransky's determination. Refuses to let the foul stop the shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
A versatile guard, the team-first attitude Satoransky plays with is also admirable.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Jackson. 6 points for him. Kicks to George. Trying to get open is Ibaka. The three-pointer no good. Pelicans trail by 18. And here is Hart. He has 5. To the inside. Satoransky gets the bucket. Satoransky's got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
The 3 from George. No good on the shot. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Hart. Valanciunas. It's good on the putback.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Now George. He's coming off a 40-point game against Memphis.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
That one misses for Batum. And Greg, with recent legal results, more opportunities now for compensation for college athletes. Do you like it?
I do. I mean, there's enough money going around. I don't have a problem with the athletes getting a share, especially with the amount of time and effort and energy they have to commit. Let's take care of the guys. Let them enjoy the collegiate experience.
Los Angeles leading by 16. And it's good for 2.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
The pass to Hart. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Batum.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now, here's George. He's got 13. Lets it go with the 3. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Up again. Batum grabs the miss. LA's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Pelicans, Murphy's checked in, and Devontae Graham subbed in for Satoransky. Los Angeles making a switch here. Pelicans trailed by 21. Now here's Graham. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Williamson dishes to Murphy. New Orleans moving it around to stop the run. Williamson finds Graham.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down. Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, "I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor." Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Here's Batum. Zion Williamson making his last shot. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Valanciunas. Bank shot. No good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Unloads from 13. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Murphy on top, defended by George. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
George looking over the floor. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points. The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
From downtown. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
Coaches always talk about closing quarter strong. Can't do it much better than that.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 21 points, 5 block shots, and 2 rebounds. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
Their control of the boards is a big reason for this lead. Seems like it might have been their game plan coming in. Send multiple guys to the rim when the shot goes up.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
I know it's not the case, but it seemed like they were lacking on the offensive game. Maybe some guys were improvising when they should have been making the next pass, but hey, not looking good out there.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yes, defensively, what they've done, they've funneled people his way and banking on his ability to intimidate.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Ibaka is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in at the shooting guard. A shot by Batum, no good. New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Jackson against Satoransky. Valanciunas passes to Hart. Floats it up for Williamson. 5 to shoot. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Alexander Walker. It's good from about 19 feet. Alexander Walker's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pelicans. Well, a lot of teams are going smaller these days, but big man Jonas Valanciunas still earning steady minutes year after year.
Efficient scoring and a presence on the glass. He's able to punish teams inside if they want to play small ball.
The Clippers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. The 9-foot shot. Here's Hart. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. At the elbow, Batum. Back to George. Jackson kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. And Marcus Morris with the 3.
And the confidence of Morris. Even with the hand in his face, he knows he can deliver.
Williamson up top. Pass to Alexander Walker. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
LA has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Capable of flat-out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Here's Williamson, drops it in from 11 feet. Williamson's got 14 points.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Jackson against Satoransky. Jackson, that's good. 12 points for Reggie Jackson.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Here's Williamson. Great D that time from Batum. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Defended by Hart. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 5.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Passes it to Valanciunas. He's looking for Williamson and finds him.
I love how efficient Zion is. Dependable at picking smart shots to take.
Here's Jackson. He's got 12. Misses the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
New Orleans making some changes here. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jackson Hayes comes in for Williamson. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Mann comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Fans, and honestly, sometimes even us broadcasters especially can overlook defense, Steve, especially when it comes to guards.
It's hard to spot great defensive guards, but Eric Bledsoe, Kevin, is certainly one of those guys. Very strong on the ball. He's been a first-team all-defensive member. Remember, back in 2019-20 season, Bledsoe was a key part of the Bucks' D, which was first in the league in team defensive rating.
The first one falls.
An underrated two-way player. Bledsoe wows you with his offense, but he's also made the all-defensive first team.
Bledsoe hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Now here's Hayes. Defense right on him. Can't hit from 12.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 7. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Pelicans. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bledsoe taking his time here. Zubac.
Well, with Zubac on the floor, you know what you'll get. Gives great effort when he's engaged.
Also, the plus is, GA, he does a good job of rim running. He also dives well off pick and rolls, and combined with his offensive rebounding, gives you some size in the middle.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
And right now at about 85% from the line. That's up from where it was in that first half.
Satoransky the best to Hernan Gomez. New Orleans moving it around. And the rejection by Zubac. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Six to shoot. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Dishes up to Bledsoe. Shoots over Satoransky. Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the 3.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Now the pass to Hayes, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Anytime you get as many points from the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The first free throw is good. It's hard to see anything but a ton of potential when you look at a player like Jackson Hayes.
Well, Kevin, just consider everything he's done already. Pulling down double-doubles, shooting at a high percentage. He makes the most of every touch he gets, and he's only getting better.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Murphy's checked in, and Devontae Graham subbed in for Satoransky. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And I'm going to give him a lot of credit because he saw what he was up against, and he was undeterred.
And the shot goes down. Graham's got his second basket of the night.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Murphy. Can't connect from short range. The Clippers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Mann. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
He dishes it to Hayes. Six on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, Temple can't get it to go. LA has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And it's blocked. Here's Murphy. Banked in off the glass. The Clippers shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. Hernan Gomez covering. Zubac trying to break loose. They get it back and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Hartenstein's checked in for the Clippers. Justice Winslow comes in for Mann. And both free throws good for Zubac.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Here's Temple. Zubac defending. They recover it. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Pass to Hayes. Another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good. Hayes hits them both. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Clippers. There's the dish to Winslow. Clippers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6, and it's denied. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hernan Gomez. Off the inbound pass. Shot clock at 5. And Kennard finishes it off. Kennard's got 11 points. Graham kicks to Hernan Gomez. Back to Graham. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Passes to Hartenstein. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. Los Angeles making a switch here. He hits the second from the line. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Bring him against Bledsoe. He takes it in. Goes back up. And it's Graham missing. The Clippers have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Here's Bledsoe. Wide open look. Connects. The jumper drops.
A solid playmaker. Bledsoe has the vision to take advantage of an imbalanced defense.
Graham, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Graham. Pass to Temple. And the rejection by Zubac. Graham with the bucket.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
The pass to Zubac. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Temple, the pass to Hernan Gomez. The shot's good. Hernan Gomez has got 4 this quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now here's Bledsoe. Zubac kicks to Winslow. It's Bledsoe on the wing. 6 to shoot. A shot off that time.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Here's Hernan Gomez. The shot will not fall. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Hartenstein. Hernan Gomez covering. New Orleans gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. LA's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Hernan Gomez against Winslow. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Winslow's got his second basket.
Didn't really have a clear opening in there, but Winslow, an unstoppable force.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Murphy. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. From deep. Good on the three-point shot. Murphy's got 5 now. With 1 on the clock, the shot missing. And so it's Los Angeles, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, the guard pair, Graham and Alexander Walker. Underneath in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. And it's Hart in at the 3, the small forward.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
It's tipped. LA has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Jackson down low, guarded by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And here is Graham. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Williamson. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Graham's got 4 assists in the game.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Now here is George. Now Batum. And Steve, when you look at your 2003 Spurs championship team, it's not considered a super team, but that roster was stacked for sure.
Kevin, it was stacked with players understanding their roles and starring in their roles. There was just a lot of talent from top to bottom. We pushed each other to be better every day.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And the length that Batum provides on the wing, Smitty, great for both sides of the ball.
It makes switching on picks so much easier, GA. Nicholas Batum has been a solid defender his whole career, in large part due to that unbelievable wingspan.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Marshall, he's checked in for Williamson. Jones comes in for Josh Hart. And Lewis subbed in for Devontae Graham.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Now here's Lewis. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. George finds Ibaka over Valanciunas. Great positioning on the putback.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now, here's Marshall. Great player movement is always a constant in the NBA, but with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
One shot.
Free throw good, Paul George.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Johnson, and it's blocked by Ibaka, and he's able to get it back. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Batum, good.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's Lewis. Here's Alexander Walker. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And it's Paul George with the finish.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
And here comes the break. The feed to Batum. Tries again. He lays it in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Jones. Passes it to Lewis. Inside. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Lewis.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
From about 19 feet. And that one, good. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. And don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
Now here's Batum. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. 5 on the clock. Here's Mann. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D that time from Jones. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Batum with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. And Jones pulls it down.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Marshall. And he gets it to go.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Feeds to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Something that's really evolved for Ibaka, the ability to absorb contact while maintaining control.
Now here's Lewis. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Kicks it out to Johnson. Jones drives in and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Hernan Gomez is checked in for New Orleans. The Clippers also making some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for George. Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Over Lewis. And the Clippers miss again. The Pelicans shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And, Steve, you played in a different era. Do you look a little differently at all the hugs and handshakes between opposing players these days?
No, not at all, Kevin. It's just totally different. These guys been knowing each other for a long time, you know, with youth basketball. I think the competition on the court, it speaks for itself, so I think our game is still in good hands.
From the stripe, that one off the back iron and out. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced. He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Clock at 6. Pass to Johnson. From deep. Pelicans with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lewis against Kennard. Lewis passes to Valanciunas to end the cold streak. Chalk up 2 there. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
Now here's Johnson. Here he goes. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Jones, that's for 2, off the left rim and out. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And it's Johnson penetrating, and then Johnson with the jam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here's Marshall. From 12 feet out. That one doesn't go. Johnson with it. It's deflected. And Jones sends it back. We've heard the calls for more diversity among head coaches, Greg. With the turnover this offseason came a lot of opportunity.
And Kevin, that's really what it's all about, right? The league's values of diversity and inclusion have been really pushed to the forefront. And I think that's one reason why our game is so popular globally, because it is so inclusive.
Now here's Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops. Garrett Temple has checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Johnson drops them both. New Orleans has gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3 ball well. Lewis kicks to Jones. It's good.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things.
1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And here's Winslow.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was
for George.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Back to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. And the Pelicans with the possession. Here's Lewis. Johnson with the block. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.